Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Newman to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now it's Newman. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now Newman on first down. And Decker's got it. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a throw here to his running back. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action with Newman. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newman. Dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll try the left side. Owens. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So that one will be accepted.
Still third down.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Newman. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Cardinals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on the island over there. Single receiver.
They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Spencer. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Newman. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Newman looking to throw it. This is complete to Hawkins. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
first down. It's Owens, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second and 8. Newman. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Newman. And that will be incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And they'll try and throw for it with Newman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Check 55, Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Spencer. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Number 53, Mike 53. Stop. Mike 53.
They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. A big play there on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
53 at the line.
Now a give right side. Spencer 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down at 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Spencer, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Webb. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Newman. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Newman. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st down. It's Spencer, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. Now, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Newman. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Over the middle, complete. That's Hawkins. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
Everybody's still under control. Let's just make plays, man.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back into huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. They'll run on first down. It's Spencer. And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down now, it's Spencer. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards of carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
play action. Now Newman. His throw incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Newman now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete here.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Newman will throw again. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hughes. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Spencer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st down, it's Spencer. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 8. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Webb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing now, Newman on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, Newman. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Osa Odighizuwa busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run on first down. Owens, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Owens. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Owens. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
57, Mike 57.
Out of the gun, Newman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hughes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll run on first down. It's Owens, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Here's Newman to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Newman. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been a second, but instead it's fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They go play action with Newman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On first down, Humphrey, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9. Now back to throw. He completes it to Hunter, and he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On play action, they'll throw. That is incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll throw on first down with Newman. Over the middle, complete. That's Hughes. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Play action, Newman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Newman. He finds his man complete. That's Owens. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Newman looking to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they go play action now. Newman. And this pass broken up. Contact well timed there. And now 4th down. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 60 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll try the left side. Spencer looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Being chased out left. Finding room inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run the counter. It's Spencer, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown tonight. And the Cards continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Newman. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now it's Newman. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off 37, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 8 coming up.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Oh, you got D?
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Miami set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Newman. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, Newman. This is caught by Hawkins. Touchdown, Dolphins. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Miami defense. They make their way back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Spencer. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Newman. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Newman. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Newman. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now it's Newman. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hughes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
57.
Throwing again, Newman. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, Newman. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, putting them under 200 today. Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On now the Miami field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Then the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. It's Spencer. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Spencer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
inside the 20 before he's brought down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals.